What's up, you guys? It's your boy. Before the video starts, head over to my anime amino at World's Gone Simple. What's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world. Here today with Nanatsu no taizai, chapter 266. Now, before I get into the meat of the chapter, I want to get the other stuff out of the way. Elizabeth and Esterosa, they're going to the place where they used to go to get away from prying eyes, pretty much. And like I said last chapter, Elizabeth does not have memory of any of this. It's on Elizabeth's part that she doesn't remember, and it's still being questioned why she doesn't remember. Like, he knows where they're going. He knows. He said they've been there together, they've talked together, they've had good times there together, but she doesn't remember any of it. She doesn't recall him. One of the reasons I stated last chapter of why Elizabeth doesn't remember is because it's innately from her curse. The curse that her mother put on her for her to always revive and always be reincarnated and always meet up with Meliodas again could have possibly also entailed that she was going to never be able to love or remember anyone else she had a strong affection for. And another one I said was that Meliodas did something to her memory so that he wouldn't have to deal with Esterosa messing up the plans for the war that they were going to start against the Demon Clan. The latter of that I'm kind of going to expound on, because we know that Gother is like the only person to mess with memories in this show. And we also know that Gother was a 10 Commandment 3,000 years ago. So could it have been possible that Gother, who was being ordered by Meliodas, because Meliodas was the leader of the 10 Commandments back then, he was ordered by Meliodas to go and erase Elizabeth's memories of Esterosa before they started the war. Because to me, it would just fit. Gother would do some stuff like that. Meliodas would do some stuff like that, because Meliodas changed over time. But I feel as though as his compassion grew, Meliodas still kind of had that like cynical thing where he was like, yeah, no, I had to make these hard decisions, and my brother can't be like over here trying to like meet up with Elizabeth. He can't be messing this up, you know what I'm saying? So Elizabeth has to get her memory erased of like everything from meeting Esterosa. Like she can know of him, but she can't know that she can't know him. She can't remember him at all. So as they're flying, right, as Elizabeth and Esterosa are flying, you can see that Esterosa, he's being conflicted on who he really is and who he wants to be. Like on the surface, he's like, yeah, I'm Meliodas, you know what I'm saying? But once Elizabeth mentions Esterosa, once she mentions his actual name, he's like, yo, I'm not my loser, I'm not my weak little brother Esther. And then that's when he goes like, it's a confliction. He doesn't know who he really is. Who he really is and who he wants to be is conflicting inside of him, and that process, it's an internal process. It's probably like on the like, it's probably like a fight between his soul, honestly. And they're going to the place, they crash land. Elizabeth, she stops him, right? She stops him before he like crashes, you know. And in the chapter, he's like starting to choke her out. So he doesn't know where he's at right now. He's like completely gone. Like the darkness is taking over him. He doesn't know how to actually, he's basically feral now. He doesn't know. Actually, he already lost it. This man, he's just losing more. Like what else is there to lose, pretty much? But yeah, that's pretty much it for that section. The section I really wanted to talk about is the whole host vessel thing. See, now when we go to Leonis and we see all the four like gate commanders, pretty much the gate guardians of Leonis, you see Dreyfus, you see Slater, Don's Roar, you know what I'm saying? You see Jericho, you see Griamore, the only one who's starting to lose to the demons on his side. He gets impaled by one, and then that's when Dreyfus comes running. Dreyfus, he's trying to save his son. And that's when he gets like to the size of a giant. And at first I'm like, wait, what is going on? Dreyfus, that's not his magic. But then I remember it's like, yo, that's Fraudrin's magic. And Dreyfus is like, Fraudrin, did you leave behind some power? and at first I'm like, yo, this is like, what is this, like a Deus Ex Machina so he can save his son? Like, that's not even needed. But then it's further explained in a chapter that a host, I mean, like a high-level demon or a high-level goddess, if they're inside of a vessel and then they leave that vessel, they could possibly change something with that vessel, like their hair could grow, or they could age. Even if they're still inside the vessel, they can change it in some way, shape, or form, and they can even leave behind some of their magical ability for the host. See, now that's interesting. You know, that's interesting that is, because what if when Rudisal leaves, Margaret, she gains the Flash, pretty much. She's quick as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could possibly happen, because even though she's only been, and Rudisal's only been in Margaret for about, I want to say maybe like a day and a half. There's still that possibility that magic could be left behind, and then that plus she's going out with my boy Gil Thunder, that lightning and that flash, you know what I'm saying? It would make a good tag team. It would up her physical abilities, because she is the oldest of all of her sisters. So more than likely she would be the one to take the crown. You can't have a weak king, you know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like Veronica would be more suited for that, Margaret is the oldest, so just by birthright she would be the next king. You got to take in mind what was also said in this chapter. If a demon or a goddess stays too long, the host's body is going to feel the effects. So there is also a possibility that she won't even live to see anything, because Rudisal, knowing him and how twisted he is, he's gonna possibly overuse it and overuse her body, and she's possibly gonna die. You know what I'm saying? That's why Sariel and Tarmel had to get out of their host body as quickly as possible, because if they didn't, then their bodies would start breaking down pretty much. And even now, like, their actual bodies, Sariel and Tarmel's actual bodies, aren't even at 100%. It's been 3,000 years. They're still like not even like ready for like combat. So the time is crunched. It was already crunched, because Elizabeth, it's all dealing with Elizabeth. She has 2 days left. Less than 2 days probably now, but she has 2 days left. So this war, quote unquote, was always a time crunch. Now it's an even bigger time crunch, because the human side, the attacking force of the humans, if they do not beat the demons within the time span that Sariel, Tarmel, and Rudisiel have to stay on Earth, then it's over and the demons win. I still feel like the demons could still win, because you saw what Esterosa did by himself to two goddesses, two archangels. It was easy work, pretty much. I mean, not base Esterosa, but like extra commandments. Like, it's easy work. And Meliodas has 5. No, they're gonna have to finish this really quick. I'm not even gonna mention the fact that the human side have Escanor, because to be honest, Escanor, since he has the power of male, and we know that a goddess's power, a goddess's grace can affect a human's body. That's why he was coughing up that blood before. He may not even be at full strength. So it's even a time crunch for Escanor himself. Yeah, but with that being said, y'all, I will see you guys later. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, rate the video. If you have not, please click the bell so you can get the notifications every time that I post. And I'll see you guys later.